Dear students, Namaste and welcome back to a new mathematics session. In the previous session, we have discussed first 10 questions from exercise 11.3. Hope you have revised well. In today's session, we shall discuss the remaining problems from exercise 11.3 and first 12 questions from the miscellaneous exercise. Let's move on to the topic. Before starting the session, let's recall the formulae of lines in a plane. The first one is point parallel form. Vector equation is vector r is equal to vector a plus lambda into vector b, and the Cartesian equation is x minus x1 by a equal to y minus y1 by b equal to z minus z1 by c. Here a, b, c are the direction ratios. Instead of direction ratios, if direction cosines are given, means a, b, c can be replaced by l, m and n. Next, 2-point form. Line passing through 2 points whose position vectors are a and b. Vector form is vector r is equal to vector a plus lambda into vector b minus vector a. And the Cartesian form, when x1, y1, z1 and x2, y2, z2 are the 2 points coordinates are given to you, means the formula is x minus x1 by x2 minus x1 equal to y minus y1 by y2 minus y1 equal to z minus z1 by z2 minus z1. Next, condition for two lines to be parallel, that is vector b1 is equal to lambda into vector b2, or a1 by a2 equal to b1 by b2 is equal to c1 by c2. Their direction ratios are proportional, that is in Cartesian equation form. Next, condition for two lines to be perpendicular, that is vector equation are given to you, means vector b1 dot vector b2 must be equal to 0. If the equations are in Cartesian form, the condition is a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2 is equal to 0. a1 a2 b1 b2 c1 c2 are the direction ratios. Instead of direction ratios, if direction cosines are given to you, means l1 l2 plus m1 m2 plus n1 n2 is equal to 0. Next, we learn about skew lines. Skew line means the lines which are neither parallel nor intersecting and they are lying in different planes or non-coplanar. Shortest distance between two skew lines we have learned, that is there we have studied modulus together we have used, but here I'm just keeping separately because it is easy for you to calculate. Then both are same only. Modulus of b1 cross b2 dot a2 minus a1 divided by modulus of b1 cross b2, and the Cartesian form is determinant x2 minus x1 y2 minus y1 z2 minus z1 a1 b1 c1 a2 b2 c2 divided by root of b1 c2 minus b2 c1 the whole square plus c1 a2 minus c2 a1 the whole square plus a1 b2 minus a2 b1 the whole square. Next, we have learned about distance between, or the shortest distance between two parallel lines. There also we use the modulus together while studying, but here using separately, so it's not a problem, both are same. Which one is convenient, you can use it, that one. Here distance is modulus of b cross a2 minus a1 divided by modulus of b. So you have to by heart these formulas, and not only by hearting, you must be able to identify a1 b1 c1 a2 b2 c2. Then when equations are given to you like this form, that is r is equal to a plus lambda b means vector a and vector b, you must be able to identify. Then direction ratios and direction cosines, x1 y1 z1 x2 y2 z2, all these things you must know how to identify from the equations. Next, we shall bring the formulae for planes under one frame. First one we have learned, that is normal form. Vector equation is vector r dot unit vector n is equal to d, and the Cartesian equation is lx plus my plus nz is equal to d. Next one we have learned point normal form, that is vector form vector r minus vector a dot vector n is equal to 0. Cartesian form is a into x minus x1 plus b into y minus y1 plus c into z minus z1 is equal to 0. Next one, equation of a plane passing through three non-collinear points. The vector form is vector r minus vector a dot vector b minus vector a cross vector c minus vector a equal to 0. And the Cartesian form is determinant x minus x1 y minus y1 z minus z1 x2 minus x1 y2 minus y1 z2 minus z1, x3 minus x1, y3 minus y1, z3 minus z1 is equal to 0. Next is intercept form. Plane cutting off intercepts A, B and C from x, y and z axis is x by A plus y by B plus z by C is equal to 1. Next one is plane through intersection of two planes. That is vector r dot vector n minus d1 plus lambda into vector r dot vector n2 minus d2 is equal to 0. This is the vector form, and the Cartesian form is a1x plus b1y plus c1z minus d1 plus lambda into a2x plus b2y plus c2z minus d2 is equal to 0. Next, condition for two planes to be parallel. When it is in vector form, vector n1 cross vector n2 is equal to 0 vector, or vector n1 is equal to lambda into vector n2. If it is in Cartesian form, a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 is equal to c1 by c2. Next one is condition for two planes to be perpendicular. In vector form, vector n1 dot vector n2 is equal to 0. In Cartesian form, a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2 is equal to 0. Next condition for a line and a plane to be parallel. Vector n1 dot vector n2 is equal to 0. And a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2 is equal to 0. This is for Cartesian form. And here these two conditions are same. Condition for two planes to be perpendicular and a condition for a line and a plane to be parallel. Both are same condition. Next one is condition for a line and a plane to be perpendicular. That is vector n1 cross vector n2 is equal to 0 vector, or vector n1 is equal to lambda into vector n2, or else a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 is equal to c1 by c2. Here also condition for two planes to be parallel and a condition for a line and a plane to be perpendicular. Both are same conditions. Then next one, condition for two lines to be coplanar. The condition is vector a2 minus vector a1 dot vector b1 cross vector b2 is equal to 0. This is the vector form. And if it is in Cartesian form, determinant x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1, a1 b1 c1, a2 b2 c2 is equal to 0. Next, distance between a point and a plane. Vector form is modulus of vector a dot vector n minus d divided by modulus of vector n. And the Cartesian form is ax1 modulus of ax1 plus by1 plus cz1 plus d divided by root of a square plus b square plus c square. This formula also can be used to find the length of the perpendicular from a particular point to the plane. Next, we shall discuss question number 11. Find the equation of the plane through the line of intersection of the planes x plus y plus z is equal to 1 and 2x plus 3y plus 4z is equal to 5, which is perpendicular to the plane x minus y plus z is equal to 0. Here, equation of the plane through the line of intersection of planes, this one, and another equation is here. Then another one condition is there, that required plane is perpendicular to this plane. So we have learned already how to write the equation of plane which is passing through the line of intersection of two other planes. That is, this plane equation, that is p1 plus lambda into this plane is equal to 0. That is x plus y plus z minus 1. This right side one we have to bring to the left side. X plus y plus z minus 1 plus lambda into 2x plus 3y plus 4z. Then this 5 bring to the left side, that is minus 5 equal to 0. You have to go for a little bit arrangement here. That is, here the coefficient of x is 1. Here coefficient of x is 2 lambda. So let's take this common. That is 2 lambda plus 1 into x plus here coefficient of y is 1. Here coefficient of y is 3 lambda. So 3 lambda plus 1 into y plus here coefficient of z is 1 and here coefficient of z is 4 lambda. So 4 lambda plus 1 into z. Then constant term if you take here it is minus 1 and here there is lambda and 5, that is minus 5 lambda. Take minus common, that is minus of 5 lambda plus 1 is equal to 0. Label it as equation number 1. So this is the required equation of the plane. And from here we can write the direction ratios of the normal. That is A1 is 2 lambda plus 1 and B1 is 3 lambda plus 1 and C1 is 4 lambda plus 1. Next, the plane in equation number 1 is perpendicular to this plane x minus y plus z is equal to 0. So let's write the direction ratios of the normal to this plane, that is coefficient of x, y and z, that is a2 is 1, b2 is minus 1 and c2 is 1. As we know that the planes are perpendicular, we know the condition, that is a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2 is equal to 0. Let's substitute it, that is a1 we have 2 lambda plus 1 and 1, so 1 into 2 lambda plus 1, that is 2 lambda plus 1. b1 b2 is here minus 1 into 3 lambda plus 1, that is minus 3 lambda plus 1. c1 c2 is 1 into 4 lambda plus 1, that is 4 lambda plus 1 equal to 0. Go for the calculation. Here 2 lambda minus 3 lambda plus 4 lambda, that is 2 plus 4 6, 6 minus 3 is 3. So 3 lambda, then here there is a plus 1, minus 1 cancelled, then again 1 plus 1. So 3 lambda plus 1 is equal to 0 and lambda is equal to minus 1 by 3. We have got the value of lambda. Now let's substitute the value of lambda in equation number 1. Equation number 1 is 2 lambda plus 1 into x plus 3 lambda plus 1 into y plus 4 lambda plus 1 into z minus 5 lambda plus 1 is equal to 0. The value of lambda is minus 1 by 3. Let's substitute it. 2 lambda, that is 2 into minus 1 by 3 plus 1 into x plus 3 lambda, that is 3 into minus 1 by 3 plus 1 into y plus 4 lambda, that is 4 into minus 1 by 3 plus 1 into z, it's written here, minus 5 lambda plus 1, that is 5 into minus 1 by 3 plus 1 equal to 0. We have written the values, substituted the values here. Then little bit of calculation, that is here 3 we have to multiply here when we take the common LCM. So 3 into 1 is 3. So minus 2 plus 3, minus 2 plus 3 is 1. 1 divided by 3 into x. And here when you multiply 3 into 1, 3, then here already there is a minus 3. So minus 3 plus 3 is 0. 0 by 3 is 0. 0 into y is 0. No need to write. Here when you multiply 4 into minus 1, that is minus 4 plus 3. Minus 4 plus 3 is minus 1. Minus 1 by 3 into z. It is written here. Then inside this bracket 3 into 1 is 3. So minus 5 plus 3 is minus 2. Minus into minus plus. So plus 2 by 3 equal to 0. Here there is a common denominator, there is 3. We can cancel it. So finally we will get as x minus z plus 2 is equal to 0. So this is the equation of the plane. Next we shall discuss question number 14. Question is, in the following cases find the distance of each of the given points from the corresponding given plane. So here points are given on one column and the equation of plane is in another column. So first point is 0 0 0 and equation of the plane is 3x minus 4y plus 12z is equal to 3. So let's recall the formula for finding the distance of a point x1 y1 z1 from the plane ax plus by plus cz plus d equal to 0 is d is equal to modulus of ax1 plus by1 plus cz1 plus d divided by root of a square plus b square plus c square. So first question, the given point is 0 0 0. Equation of the plane is 3x minus 4y plus 12z is equal to 3. Here this equation, when you check, the equation is not in standard form. Standard form is ax plus by plus cz plus d equal to 0. But here d is on the right side, so we have to bring to the left, that becomes minus 3. So I'm not going to write anything here. When you substitute it, just substitute the value, that's all. D is equal to modulus of ax1. A is here 3, x1 is 0. So 3 into 0. B is minus 4 and y1 is 0. So minus 4 into 0. Then C is 12 and z1 is 0. So 12 into 0 plus D. D is here minus 3. So minus 3 divided by root of a square plus b square plus c square. That is 3 square plus minus 4 square plus 12 square. It's written. That is equal to numerator. When you calculate, you will get only minus 3. That is 0 here. Here also 0. This also 0. So finally you will get minus 3. Modulus value is plus 3 divided by root of 3 square is 9. 16. 4 square is 16. Then 12 square is 144. So when you do the calculation, you will get root of 169. That is equal to 3 divided by 13. Root 169 value is 13. Then next question, the given points are there 3, minus 2 and 1. equation of the plane is 2x minus y plus 2z plus 3 equal to 0. Here the equation is in the standard form, ax plus by plus cz plus d equal to 0. Let's substitute and find d is equal to 2 into the ax1 plus by1 plus cz1 plus d. So here a is 2 into 3, it's written. Then b is here minus 1 into minus 2, that is written. Then here c is 2 into 1, that is written. Then plus d is here plus 3. No need to change the sign because already in standard form. Divided by root of a square plus b square plus c square. A is 2, b is minus 1, c is 2. So 2 square plus minus 1 the whole square plus 2 square. That is equal to here 2 into 3 is 6, 6 in plus 2, 8. Then 8 plus 2 into 1 is 2, then plus 3 divided by root of 2 square is 4 plus 1, then 4 plus 1 is 5, 5 plus 4 is 9. So root of 9 is 3. That is equal to 6 plus 2 is 8 plus 2 10, 10 plus 3 is 13. So 13 divided by 3 is the required distance. And here two more questions are there, that is question number C and question number D. These two questions you will do it as homework. Next we shall discuss problems from miscellaneous exercise. First question, show that the line joining the origin to the point 2, 1, 1 is perpendicular to the line determined by the points 3, 5, minus 1 and 4, 3, minus 1. So let's go through the question very clearly. In miscellaneous exercise, you will be solving questions related to line, plane, line and plane. So you must go through all these concepts just before starting solving these questions. Here we have to show the line joining the origin and the point. So line joining origin in the sense the coordinates of origin 0, 0, 0 and the point is 2, 1, 1. So one end point is 0, 0, 0, another one end point is 2, 1, 1. That is one line. That line is perpendicular to the line determined by the points. These are the points. One end point is here, another end point is this one. So we know that the line perpendicular, two lines are perpendicular means we have to prove that the product of their direction ratios, sum of the product of the direction ratios must be equal to 0. That is a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2 is equal to 0 we have to prove. So first of all we have to find out the direction ratios of this line, means one end is origin, another end is this point. So let's go for finding out that one. So let OA be the line joining the origin O000 and the points A211. So let's find out the direction ratio of this one, and again we have to go for another line direction ratio also. For that let's take this as B and another one as C. So the point B is 3, 5, minus 1 and C is 4, 3, minus 1. So then go for finding out the direction ratios of first line. 2 minus 0 means we know that how to find out the direction ratios, that is x2 minus x1, that is 2 minus 0, 2 minus 0 is 2, 1 minus 0 that is 1, and here z2 minus z1 that is 1 minus 0 that is 1. That is the direction ratios or DRs of OA. Then we have to go for direction ratios of another line, that is BC. Here 4 minus 3, 4 minus 3 is 1, 3 minus 5 that is minus 2, minus 1 minus minus 1, minus 1 plus 1 that becomes 0. So let's find out a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2. So this one we can consider as a1 b1 c1, this one we can consider as a2 b2 c2. That is equal to 2 into 1 plus 1 into minus 2 plus 1 into 0. So 2 into 1 is 2, then here it is minus 2. 2 minus 2 is 0, plus 0 is 0. So we have got the answer as 0. Therefore, we can say that OA is perpendicular to BC. Next, we shall discuss question number 2. If L1, M1, N1 and L2, M2, N2 are the direction cosines of two mutually perpendicular lines, show that the direction cosines of the line perpendicular to both of these are M1, N2 minus M2, N1, N1, L2 minus N2, L1, L1, M2 minus L2, M1. Let's go through the question. L1, M1, N1. these are the direction cosines of one line. M2, L2, M2, N2, these are the direction cosines of another line. These two lines are mutually perpendicular. And there will be a line which is perpendicular to both of these lines. We have to prove that the direction cosines of that line is M1 N2 minus M2 N1, N1 L2 minus N2 L1, L1 M2 minus L2 M1. So we have learned that if two vectors A and B are there, means their cross product A cross B will be a vector which is perpendicular to both A and B. Two vectors A and B are there, means their cross product A cross B is a vector which is perpendicular to both of these vectors. In case of line, also same thing only. The required line is a cross product of lines having direction cosines L1 M1 N1 and L2 M2 N2, because the required line is perpendicular to both of these lines. So the required line will be perpendicular to first line as well as the second line, means you have to take the cross product of first line and the second line. So required line is equal to cross product, we know how to take determinant ijk, we have to write a first column, then here direction ratios we have to write, but we are using here direction cosines L1 M1 N1 second row, L2 M2 N2 will come as third row. When you do the calculation, I cap into row column is gone, M1 N2 minus M2 N1 it's written, minus j cap into row column is gone, L1 N2 minus L2 N1 it's written, then plus k cap into row column is gone, L1 M2 minus L2 M1 it's written. Little bit of rearrangement we have to do because we have to compare it with this direction cosines. So when we do arrangement, M1 N2 minus M2 1, this I cap we have to bring to the right side, plus this is plus because this minus we have to take inside. Here we need N1 L2 minus N2 L1 we need. So just we have to take this minus inside, means it will be coming as it is. That is minus, if it is taking inside, this plus value will be coming first. That is L2 N1 or L2 N1. This will come as minus L1 N2. So this is same now. Then plus this k cap we have to bring to the another end. That is L1 M2 minus L2 M1 into k cap. Then here the direction cosines we have got M1 N2 minus M2 N1, L2 N1 minus L1 N2, or in the same order if you write N1 L2 minus N2 L1, then L1 M2 minus L2 M1. Hence proved. Here this direction cosines only we have taken here as L1 M1 N1 in the determinant. So the answer also it will come, we can consider as direction cosines. Next we shall discuss question number 4. The question is, find the equation of a line parallel to x-axis and passing through the origin. We are asked to find out the equation of a line which is parallel to x-axis and passing through 0, 0, 0. We have learned a formula. Equation of a line passing through a point x1, y1, z1 and parallel to a line with the direction ratios a, b and c is x minus x1 by a, y minus y1 by b equal to z minus z1 by c. Here x1, y1, z1 are the coordinates of that passing through point. A, b, c are the direction ratios of a parallel line. Here it is quite clear, it is given to us the line is passing through the origin 0, 0, 0. So x1 is 0, y1 is 0, z1 also 0. Next we have to go for finding a, b and c, the direction ratios. Since the line is parallel to x-axis and also passing through the origin. Let's see the coordinate axis. The line is parallel to x-axis. Line is parallel to this x-axis and passing through the origin. So the only possibility is the required line is x-axis itself because it is passing through the origin. So we have to find out a, b and c. For finding a, b and c, first of all we have to go for finding the direction cosines. That is easy. Direction cosines, we know that if alpha, beta, gamma are the angles formed by the line with x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. So if alpha is the angle between x-axis and x-axis, angle between x-axis and x-axis means 0. So cos alpha means cos 0. Cos 0 is 1. So we have got first one 1 and cos beta. Cos beta means angle between x and y. X and y is 90 degree. So cos 90 is 0. Same way gamma, that is angle between x and z, that is also 90 degree. So cos 90 is 0. So we have got the direction cosines as 1 0 0. Here the direction cosines and the direction ratios are same since it is x-axis. So we have to take as a is 1, b is equal to 0 and c is equal to 0. How a1 we have got in the sense we have calculated the direction cosines, and since it is an axis, x-axis, direction ratios and direction cosines are same, so we have taken as a is equal to 1, b is equal to 0, c is equal to 0. Let's substitute it. That is equation of the line is x minus x1, that is x minus 0 by 1, y minus y1. Y minus y1 means 0. Y minus 0 by 0. Then z minus z1. Z1 is 0. So z minus 0 by 0. That is x minus 0 is x by 1. Y minus 0 is y by 0 equal to z minus 0 is z by 0. Next, move on to question number 6. If the line x minus 1 by minus 3 is equal to y minus 2 by 2k is equal to z minus 3 by 2 and x minus 1 by 3k is equal to y minus 1 by 1 is equal to z minus 6 by minus 5 are perpendicular, find the value of k. So here these two lines are given to us, equations are given to us, and one more condition is given, they are perpendicular. So we have to find out the value of k. Here this equation is in the form x minus x1 by a, y minus y1 by b, z minus z1 by c. Since two equations are there, we can take it as a1, b1, c1, and here it is a2, b2, c2. So let's write a1, b1, c1. a1 is minus 3, then b1 is 2k and c1 is 2. And a2 is 3k, b2 is 1 and c2 is minus 5. First of all, you have to go through the equation carefully because here the coefficient of x and y and z we must check, and we have to compare it with the general form x minus x1 by a, y minus y1 by b, z minus z1 by c. By comparing, we have written a1, b1, c1, a2, b2, c2. It is given to us that these two lines are perpendicular, means the lines with the direction ratios a1, b1, c1 and a2, b2, c2 are perpendicular if a1, a2 plus b1, b2 plus c1, c2 is equal to 0. Condition we have learned already. So let's substitute it a1, a2. a1 in the sense minus 3 into 3k plus b1, b2 that is 2k into 1 plus c1, c2 that is 2 into minus 5 is equal to 0. Then here it is 3 into 3 that is minus 9k, then 2k into 1 is 2k, then 5 into 2 that is 10, minus 10. Here there is a minus sign. Minus 10 is equal to 0. Then here it is minus 9k plus 2k. Minus 9k plus 2k is 7k. So minus 7k. That minus 7k I am taking to the right side. That minus 9k going right side means it is plus 7k. 7k is equal to left side. Right, left side it is minus 10. So from here we can calculate the value of k. K is equal to minus 10 by 7. So this is the value of k. Next we shall discuss question number 7. Question is find the vector equation of the line passing through 1, 2, 3 and perpendicular to the plane. Vector r dot I cap plus 2 j cap minus 5 k cap plus 9 is equal to 0. Let's go through the question. We are asked to find out the vector equation of the line. Passing through point is given, that is 1, 2, 3, and there is a perpendicular to the plane. Equation of plane is given to us. Then we have to find out the equation. So let's recall the formula what we know. The vector equation of a line passing through a point with the position vector A and a parallel vector B. Position vector A we have, and if we know the parallel vector B, then vector R is equal to vector A plus lambda into vector B. This is the equation we know. We have to connect this one with our given question. Of course, here A is the position vector of the given point that we can make by using 1, 2, 3. So the given line passes through 1, 2, 3. So we can write the position vector. Vector A is equal to 1i plus 2j cap plus 3k cap. It is ready. Now we have equation of a plane. So let's write that equation of the plane. vector r dot I cap plus 2j cap minus 5k cap plus 9 is equal to 0. This is in the form r dot n is equal to d, but that is not in standard form. So we have to make it in r dot n is equal to d form. That is, let's take this plus 9 to the right side. R dot vector I cap plus 2j cap minus 5k cap is equal to this plus 9 going to the right side means it becomes minus 9. D should not be negative, so we can take this minus sign to the left side. That means minus vector r dot I cap plus 2j cap minus 5k cap is equal to 9. And take this minus sign inside this bracket. That is vector r dot minus 1 I cap minus 2j cap. This minus becomes plus 5k cap is equal to 9. This minus we have multiplied inside. Now it is in the form r dot n is equal to d. Here, just to compare it with r dot n is equal to d, then we can write n vector is this one. N vector is equal to minus I cap minus 2j cap plus 5k cap. This n vector in the sense it is a normal vector or a normal to the plane. Here, since the line is perpendicular to the plane, this is our given condition. The required line is perpendicular to the plane, and the line will be parallel to the normal of the plane. Let's visualize this concept, that will be easy for you to understand. So here there is a plane, this is our plane, and this is our line, required line, means that line is perpendicular to the plane. And we know that plane is already having a normal. Normal means a perpendicular to the plane. Based on this normal only the equation is formed. So when we compare the normal to the plane and this perpendicular line, these two are parallel. This is what it is saying. Since the line is perpendicular to the plane, the line will be parallel to the normal of the plane. This line is parallel to the normal of the plane. Means vector b and vector n will be equal. Vector b is equal to vector n is equal to, it is taken here, minus 1 into I cap minus 2j cap plus 5k cap. Let's substitute it. That is vector r is equal to 1i plus 2j plus 3k. That is our A. Then plus lambda into b. B is here, minus 1i minus 2j minus 5k cap. But when we compare our textbook answer, it is not same. So here the signs are different. So it is not a problem, because here we have made little bit of arrangement. Because of that only the minus sign difference is there. So since the lambda is a constant, not a problem, we can take another constant instead of lambda by taking this minus outside. So I am taking this instead of lambda, there is k I am taking. K in the sense from here I have taken a minus sign outside. That means vector r is equal to I cap plus 2j cap plus 3k cap plus k into, I have taken this minus sign outside and put it with lambda. So instead of minus lambda, I am taking another constant k or mu or anything you can take. That is I cap plus 2j cap minus 5k cap. This is the textbook answer. Even this answer also correct only, it's not a problem. So here k is minus lambda. It's a constant. Next we shall discuss question number 8. Find the equation of a plane passing through A, B, C and parallel to the plane r dot I cap plus j cap plus k cap is equal to 2. Here we are asked to find out the equation of a plane. Passing through point is given and a parallel plane equation also given. So let's write our known formula. What we know, let's write it first. The equation of a plane passing through a point and perpendicular to a line with the direction ratios a, b, c. This is the formula we know. That is a into x minus x1 plus b into y minus y1 plus c into z minus z1 equal to 0. So let's visualize the question. So we are asked to find out the equation of a plane. Say this plane. This is our required plane. And this plane is parallel to another plane. This is another plane. So this plane is r dot I cap plus j cap plus k cap is equal to 2. And this is the normal of one plane and the small vector n is the normal of another plane. So here passing through point is given to us. Then directly we can write x1, y1, z1. x1 is a, y1 is b, z1 is c. Next our duty is to find out the direction ratios of a line perpendicular to a line. Means that perpendicular line direction ratios we have to find out. A, B and C. For that, both planes are parallel to each other. So here this plane is parallel to the second plane, and if you consider their normals, if you observe, these normals are parallel. This normal, that is capital vector N, and here it is small vector n. So these are the normals, they are parallel to each other. So we have learned that the direction ratios of parallel vectors are same. That means here direction ratios of our normal to the required plane is equal to direction ratios of normal to the given plane, that is r dot I cap plus j cap plus k cap is equal to 2. So simply if we say the direction ratios of the normals are same, means direction ratios of normal, we know that the normal is this equation, that is I cap plus j cap plus k cap. This is vector n, small vector n is this one, I cap plus j cap plus k cap, because this equation is in the form r dot n is equal to d. So n represents the normal vector. So the direction ratios of this normal vector are 1, 1 and 1, the scalar components of this vector. So here along with I cap there is 1, along with j cap there is 1, and along with k cap there is 1. So the direction ratios of normal is 1, 1 and 1. These direction ratios are equal. So the direction ratios of normal we have got, that is 1, 1, 1. Here, since the direction ratios we have got as 1, 1, 1, we can take A, B and C as 1 each. Then let's substitute it into A into x minus x1 plus B into y minus y1 plus C into z minus z1 equal to 0. Here A, B and C are 1 each, and x1, y1, z1 we have got as A, B and C. When we substitute, we will get 1 into x minus A plus 1 into y minus B plus 1 into z minus C equal to 0. Then what we have to do is just simplification. X minus A plus y minus B plus z minus C is equal to 0. Then there is a minus common in A, B and C. Let's take out minus of A plus B plus C is equal to 0. Then take this entire term to the right side. That is x plus y plus z is equal to this minus of A plus B plus C going to right side means plus A plus B plus C. So this is the required equation. Next, move on to question number 9. Find the shortest distance between lines. Vector r is equal to 6 I cap plus 2 j cap plus 2 k cap plus lambda into I cap minus 2 j cap plus 2 k cap, and vector r is equal to minus 4 I cap minus k cap plus mu into 3 I cap minus 2 j cap minus 2 k cap. So this is a direct question. We know the shortest distance of formula. Just by using that formula, you have to try it as homework. Next, we shall discuss question number 10. Question is, find the coordinates of the point where the line through 5, 1, 6 and 3, 4, 1 crosses the YZ plane. Find the coordinates of the point where the line through these 2 points 5, 1, 6 and 3, 4, 1 crosses the YZ plane, where it is crossing the YZ plane. That is what we have to calculate. We have to find out the coordinates. So the equation of a line passing through 2 points x1, y1, z1 and x2, y2, z2 is x minus x1 by x2 minus x1, y minus y1 by y2 minus y1, z minus z1 by z2 minus z1. So here 2 points are given to us, 5, 1, 6 and 3, 4, 1. The equation will be x minus 5 by 3 minus 5. Then y minus y1 in the sense y minus 1 divided by 4 minus 1. Then z minus z1, then z minus 6 divided by z2 minus z1. z2 is 1 minus 6. When you do the calculation, it is x minus 5 by 3 minus 5. 3 minus 5 is minus 2 equal to y minus 1 divided by 4 minus 1 is 3. Next is z minus 6 divided by 1 minus 6. 1 minus 6 is minus 5. So their ratios are equal and equal to a constant. We call it as k. Just our assumption. Then when you equate this x minus 5 by 2 with the constant, we will get as x minus 5 is equal to minus 2 into k. So x is equal to minus 5 will go to the right side. It becomes plus 5 minus 2k. That is the coordinate x we got. Next, y coordinate we will get when you multiply 3 with k, it is 3k. This minus 1 will go to the right side. It is plus 1. So 3k plus 1. When you equate this third term with k, we will get as z is equal to, there is minus 5 into k, that is minus 5k. This minus 6 will go to the right side. It is plus 6. So z is equal to 6 minus 5k. So we have got x value, y value, z value with k. But if you know the value of k, we will be able to find out the coordinates. So let's find out the value of k. For that, there is a condition is given to us. The line crosses the equation of yz plane. The line crosses the yz plane means we know the equation of yz plane. That is, equation of yz plane in the sense x value will be 0, x coordinate will be 0. So here there is x coordinate, that is 5 minus 2k is equal to 0. 5 minus 2k is equal to 0 in the sense we can calculate k value. This 5 will go to the right side, it becomes minus 5, both minus signs will be cancelled, so k becomes 5 by 2. Then we can substitute these k values. Here 3k plus 1 is y value, so 3k plus 1 is equal to 3 into k. K is 5 by 2 plus 1, that is equal to, here 2 into 1 is 2, 5 into 3 is 15, 15 plus 2 is 17 by 2. Calculation, if you know mental calculation, it will be easy, or else you can write the full steps, it's not a problem. Next is z value is 6 minus 5k. 6 minus 5k is 6 minus 5 into k. K is 5 by 2. When you do the calculation, here 5 into 5 is 25. Then if you multiply 2 here for common LCM, 6 into 2 12. 12 minus 25, that is minus 13 divided by 2. So the required point we have got, x value of course it is 0 because it is crossing the yz plane. So x value 0, y value we have got as 17 by 2, z value is minus 13 by 2. Next, move on to question number 11. The question is, find the coordinates of the point where the line through 516 and 341 crosses the zx plane. This is somewhat similar to the previous question. You will try it as homework. Next, we shall discuss question number 12. Question is, find the coordinates of the point where the line through 3, minus 4, minus 5 and 2, minus 3, 1 crosses the plane 2x plus y plus z is equal to 5. 2 points are given. The line through this point crosses the plane. Equation of the plane is given to you here. So as before, we will write the formula. Equation of the equation of the line passing through 2 points is x minus x1 by x2 minus x1, y minus y1 by y2 minus y1 equal to z minus z1 by z2 minus z1. So the line is passing through these 2 points. We shall make the equation x minus x1. It is x1 is 3. X minus 3 by x2 minus x1, that is 2 minus 3. Y minus y1, that is y minus minus 4, that is y plus 4 divided by y2 minus y1, that is minus 3 minus minus 4. So minus 3 plus 4 equal to z2 z minus z1. Z minus z1 in the sense minus 5. So z minus minus 5, z plus 5 divided by z2 minus z1. 1 minus minus 5, that is 1 plus 5. So x minus 3 divided by 2 minus 3 is minus 1. Y plus 4 divided by minus 3 plus 4 is 1. Z plus 5 divided by 1 plus 5 is 6 equal to k. K is a constant because their ratios are equal. So let's find out the value of x. X is equal to this minus 1. If you multiply with k, it is minus k. Minus 3 will come to the right side. It becomes plus 3. So 3 minus k. Next, y value we can calculate. 1 into k is k. This plus 4 will come to the right side as minus 4. So k minus 4. Next is z value we can calculate. 6 into k is 6k. This plus 5 will come to the right side, minus 5. So 6k minus 5. So x, y and z values we have got. So the point is of the form 3 minus k, x value, k minus 4, y value, 6k minus 5, z value. And this point lies on that plane, given plane, 2x plus y plus z is equal to 7. This point lies in this plane. So when you substitute this point instead of x, y and z on this plane, the equation of the plane will satisfy. That is 2 into x value if you substitute 3 minus k plus y value is k minus 4 plus z value, that is 6k minus 5 equal to 7. Let's go for the calculation here. So here 3 into 2 is 6 and here it is minus 4. 6 minus 4 is 2 and here it is minus 5. 2 minus 5 is minus 3. Next, here there is 2 into k, 2k plus k is 3k. Then here 2 into k is minus 2k, sorry, minus 2k plus k, minus 2k plus k is minus k, minus k plus 6k, minus k plus 6k is plus 5k. So 5k minus 3 is equal to 7. If you feel difficulty, just remove the bracket and write one more step, then it will be clear for you. Then here 5k is equal to this minus 3 will go to the right side, it becomes plus 3. 7 plus 3 is 10. 10 divided by 5, k is equal to 2 we have got. Then the coordinates of the required point are here 3 minus k. 3 minus k means 3 minus 2. Next is k minus 4, that is 2 minus 4. Next is 6k minus 5, that is 6 into 2 minus 5. That is 3 minus 2 is 1. Then here 2 minus 4, that is minus 2. Then 6 into 2, 10. 10 minus 6, sorry, 6 into 2, 12. 12 minus 5 is 7. So 1 minus 2, 7 are the coordinates of the required point. Dear students, today we have discussed first 12 questions from the miscellaneous exercise. Hope it is clear for you all. I request all the students to solve these 12 questions independently, and while solving, if you have any doubt, please note it and keep. We will discuss it during the online session. Thank you for watching.